When you're doing your case prep, take your deburring tool and we're going to flip it over and look at the pocket, and we're going to do a very light chamfer on the edge of that primer pocket. So what we're doing is this represents the primer pocket, and the edge that the primer is sliding over is square. You've got a 90 right there. So what we want to do is make it easier to push this primer over that edge at least 3 thousandths below flush, no more than 8, by putting a little chamfer on it. So you're not removing an excessive amount of material. What you're doing is the breaking of the edge, which allows the primer to slide past it to get it 3 thousandths below flush, no more than 8, but we're not removing so much material that the top of the primer, the cup, is above the area where we've chamfered. And then you can measure that with the depth gauge on your caliper by just, kind of like that. 3 thousandths below flush, no more than 8. If you don't have your primer deep enough, if it's high or if it's just flush, you can run into a situation where you go to the range, click, you recock the gun, you try it again, and it goes the second time. What's happening is the first time the firing pin hits the primer, it's pushing it deeper, but it's bouncing off, and it's not crushing the anvil, not crushing the priming compound. So on the second time, now when it's to the bottom of the pocket, it'll crush the priming compound and it'll go. Happy trails.